these off.
graphic.
I'm taking off these headphones.
We're live on both. Go.
Get the chat up. Get the chat up. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to sunny Oxford. And it's a beautiful day. Why is it a beautiful day? Because it's always a beautiful day when football is on. And you are joining us here live for something special, ladies and gentlemen. Something special. We've got the Oxford Saints versus the RAF Mustangs. And, ladies and gentlemen, because they kicked off half an hour early, this is the first ever game between a Forces side and a League side. With, later on, half an hour, somewhere up north, it's going to be the Yorkshire Rams versus the Army. But that doesn't matter right now because it is the RAF versus the Saints. And the Saints are going to be receiving the ball. I am on time, Nish. I am on time. It's not just me, by the way. I'll introduce myself. It is Chris Tebbett. It's Chris Tebbett because it's a senior ball game. Tebbs is only for uni ball. That's how that works. So you got to have some professionalism somewhere. So interesting game here. It's, you might be interested. Why? What's this? Why have the Mustangs got the Wembley Stallions kit on? Because they're linked. Because Warren Smart, the head coach of the RAF Mustangs, is also the head coach of the Stallions. And what makes these games for both the Army and the RAF Chubbers on, we won't be covering the other game because we are down here in Oxford, and the Yorkshire Rams Army game kicks off in half an hour. And I think even by the grace of God, I don't think we'd manage to do it. You've got a lot of players here on the RAF who've got some good pedigree. Got some people from got a couple of players from Tamworth. Got a couple of players from Scunthorpe. Look out for number 5 for the Mustangs, Lewis Truman, MVP for the Scunthorpe Alphas. And because if you looked at how good Scunthorpe Alphas were last year, that's quite a large accomplishment. Now, are you ready to kick off this genuinely history-making game?
Yes. People didn't know I'm here, did they?
Oh, that's because Steve's here, but Steve's...
I'm cameraman.
Steve's just Steven.
Yeah, I'll chat every now and then. I'll chat to the people who chat to me on in the comments.
Here we go.
Let's go.
And a big kick on number 84 with the reception. Taken down by number 22. 25-yard line. Gained no yards if you would have taken that back. So if we just sort of look down some of the notable players for Oxford. One thing that this is a good old fun fact. I love giving out these fun facts. Both the quarterbacks for this game, they're both RAF guys. Ben Archer, number 22, is the QB for the Saints. He drops back. Number 76, Ben Harris, gets through, and that is an absolute ball. Doesn't go anywhere. But, Archer's showing off that cannon that he's got. Going to be interesting to see what they do from here. But I will say, number 76 for the RAF, Ben Harris, he's informed me that he's 1 sack away from 100 sacks in his entire playing career. So watch out for number 76 on the defense here. I've had the pleasure of playing with him, playing opposite him, and I tell you what, it's scary. It's scary, and I hate it. But constant pressure. One in the backfield. Number 84 in motion. He's followed across by number 35. Oh, and there's a lot of pressure. 2 men through. 3 men through. What are the numbers for Curtis Calhoun and Jamie Boss? Oh, I can find out for you. Curtis Calhoun is number 58 and Jamie Boss is number 79. It's number 79, Jamie Boss, the Rookie of the Year. The Rookie of the Year for the Highland Stags, or so he tells me. So, other things to consider from this RAF team, they are drawn from all corners, from where people are stationed. I spoke to some players today, and they had a 10-hour drive down from Scotland just to play this game. Number 84 in motion again. And it's another pass. A quick pass to 84. Oh, 84 runs through number 25. Dan Simons there, making the first reception of the game for the Saints. Running, absolutely sprinting through Ryan Abbott's of the RAF Mustangs there.
So that brings up 4th down and 5.
Fourth and 5 here. It looks like the Saints are going to be bringing their punt team on.
Yeah.
And you see Lewis Truman, as we said, he's got the speed. He's the MVP for the Alphas, and he's back to return. But the kick is blocked. And number 25, and there we go. And it's a punt block for a touchdown. Number 25, Ryan Abbott. He gets bowled over one play, and he scores a touchdown the next.
What a huge moment for that team.
Yeah, you got to think about this is the
points ever.
This is the first points ever for the RAF Mustangs. You know, realistically,
defensive.
Defense.
Well, obviously not scored any offense either, but
well, no, that's exactly true. They've not scored any, and it's the first points ever for the RAF Mustangs, and it comes on defense. It comes on a punt block. Huh? Oh. And the kick is good.
Just pop the scoreboard up there. And the RAF are now 7-0 up in the first quarter from the first drive, which was a defensive, or the other team's offensive drive that they managed to score on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you were tuning in to watch the RAF Mustangs offense, you're going to have to wait slightly longer. But the amount of pressure brought by the RAF Mustangs was just able to get through both on the play prior and the play before that, and now on a punt. So now we get to see the kicking ability again of the RAF Mustangs, again drawn from Cyprus, Italy, and of course Scotland for that big old drive. I was speaking to their head coach Warren Smart earlier, and he was telling me how important this is for the RAF as we watch the kick. Quite a short kick there, bobbled by number 7, Reece Chesser. Reece Chesser there, number 7 for the Oxford Saints.
Yeah, a much better starting position on this drive for them. Obviously, with that kick not going as far and the return being probably the same, we end up with 1st and 10 around the 35-yard line.
One thing to consider is that on every single one of those plays, obviously apart from the punt, Oxford Saints pass the ball. You know, they're going to run. They're going to run. It'll be interesting to see if they are going to go over to a running offense now. But you see the amount of pressure that the Mustangs are bringing. 84 moves over again. They managed to gain some yardage on that the first time, and it's another pass. Archer throws it up high. And Dre Keys there trying his hardest to sprint to get under that ball, but he just couldn't make it. But again, the pressure. The pressure. As I was saying, I spoke to Warren Smart earlier today, and he told me that because these RAF Mustangs are military guys, they are very, very well disciplined. You may not find a more disciplined team in Britball. I'm sure the Army would beg to differ.
That's interesting. I wonder how that comes across with like penalties and stuff, because we always say it's discipline, don't we?
So one thing that Warren was talking to me about was because these guys are based all over the world pretty much, they have to run independent camps with the players that they've got, and from there, he said because they're military players, they're more likely to actually do them as opposed to regular players who may not have the same level of discipline as the military guys. Now you see that's the first running play there for the Saints, and it'd be interesting to see if they move the chains. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm stood on an angle. Well, I'm at an angle, not on an angle. I'm stood at an angle. It doesn't look like there's any yardage gained there for the Saints. Wouldn't surprise me if they're going to go straight back to that passing attempt. Ben Archer, number 22, former Bangor Mud Dog as well as being an RAF Mustang. You know, they made sure, both teams made sure to tell me number 88, Sam Stancombe in motion. He's now got no one blocking him. And the pressure is there. Could be number 45. And Archer's running.
I don't know how he got out of that trouble then.
It was good. This is it. This is what might have to save the Saints because the pressure is coming through. The pressure is coming through, and you see those linebackers for the Mustangs. They're jumpy. They're ready to. I was about to say they're ready to penetrate, ladies and gentlemen, but that just sounds weird. But it's true. But it's true. They are.
And guys, if you're watching this sport for the first time, you know, supporting someone, supporting the forces, and you've got any questions about how the game works and you're not sure what's happened, just let us know. We're more than happy to explain.
Truman's back. This time the kick is away on the left side.
Oh.
That takes a good Oxford bounce. That takes a very, very good Oxford bounce. So we're down the other end of the field now. Andy Bagnall. What a guy. Love Andy Bagnall. Got former Colonial playing as well. Here in number 50 Connor Folds for the Oxford Saints. Bit of a high snap. That's a good bit of yardage. I'm going to go with 8-9 yards. What does bobbled mean? So it means that the ball is either tipped or the ball just comes off someone's fingers a little bit wobbly. Got the lovely back of the ref shirt there. Camera is moved very, very helpfully. Linebackers are bringing pressure. And it's a big run here. Number 54, Dean Bryan. Dean Bryan on the tackle there. He's one of the veterans, I'd say, of this Oxford Saints lineup, with 16 years playing experience. Mad. That is. You can see must have the play recognition. Cameron Stewart, number 7, is the quarterback for the RAF Mustangs. It's now maybe 3rd and 4, I want to say, for the Mustangs. And it's a run. And there's space there. I mean, he's through. Apparently the ball is out. I'm hearing shouts of ball. Be interesting to see what the referees are saying. Got lots of Oxford Saints pointing, but no, the ball isn't out. It is going to stay with the RAF Mustangs, as that is the first down of the game. Barry, I know that's not true. What's a snap? And everyone said, well, I know that's not true. I think I've met you before. I think I've met you in Lincoln, so I'm not gonna. I'll answer it. It's where it's how the ball goes from the centre to the quarterback's hands. It can either be under centre or under shotgun. And another run. Now, again, in speaking to Warren Smart, he told me that one thing that Mustangs try to do is how to have modern football. Try to keep it very balanced. Because if there's one thing that we've seen so far from Saints, is that very, very pass heavy. Only one run play in 2 drives. well, designed run plays. Unless they're going to call a QB scramble, which is bold. Stewart looks to be going under centre now. Number 12 in the backfield. This pass, Stewart is going to roll out. He throws it just over the head of number 86, I want to say, Will Lawson. It's one of these things where I'm very happy that I've got roster sheets, but in not normal fashion, the RAF have given me it in alphabetical order from the first names down. So if I'm slightly slower in picking out the RAF names, that would be why. Stewart on the centre again. 2 in the backfield, spread offense. And Stewart is trying his hardest to stay up. And that is a sack for the Oxford Saints. And so I'm going to try and grab a number for you. Let's have a look at the replay. He just tried to stay up there. Number 98 there. 88, Sam Stancombe for the Oxford Saints. So we're back on the field now, where we are going to be looking at a punt now from the RAF Mustangs. Pretty high snap. Quite a short punt. Caught by number 47, Mateus Greco, for the Saints, and immediately tackled. Good fact about him, he played for the Argentinian national side. That's just good. I love stats like that. I love stats like that. It's not on there. If you just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, we're just having a bit of technical difficulty here. Archer's shotgun, 1 in the backfield. Trips on the right. And Archer throws the ball. Oh, and what you, unfortunately, what you missed there was Reece Chesser having to bat the ball away from being intercepted by a Mustangs player. Very, very heads up play. You know, it's not what you want, but it stops the ball from going the other way, especially when you consider that the only points that have been scored so far have been defensive from the RAF Mustangs. William Patrick is the running back in the backfield. Spread offense. And a fumble. And the handoff just didn't. The handoff just didn't look. It just went all over the place. Like that's a bobble. That's a bobbled handoff right there.
Can we get a replay? Or is it probably too late now, isn't it?
Wait, I managed if you pressed it, we probably could have got it. I have done it before, so. Oh, for God's sake!
Tabs, I've set the replays up, so they're now 75% speed and 14 seconds in the past.
Oh, damn it, I've just sworn on stream. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to keep my pages from blowing away.
So we're now 1st and 10. They are called the Mustangs, I was going to call them the Stallions. The RAF take over in Saints territory.
Who is Nish? Who is that? Who is it? He knows some very interesting things about me. Then don't look at that comment. Don't look at it. Don't look at that comment. I think it might be Nick Bagnall, but I'm not entirely sure. So we've figured out how to keep my piece of paper from blowing away and the technical difficulties. Jamie, you'll be happy to know that I'm wearing my Hull Sharks hoodie out here. And a handoff. A handoff to Luke Truman. I probably should have asked if they were brothers. The score is 7-0 to the RAF Mustangs. They managed to block a punt. Actually, is it?
Can you guys see the score on screen? It should be there, down at the bottom.
No, I've just clicked.
If you can.
It's 7-0. There are too many people in the stream who know about what happened at Lincoln Colonials. All right, guys. So keep that. Stewart under centre again. 2 in the backfield. And it's another run. Oh,
nice stick.
That was big.
Is this the same guy that just made the tackle before? 84. 94. Sorry, is the D lineman. Sorry, that was.
Luke Truman is a big boy, and he just got stopped by Dan Simons there.
So we're now 4th and 6. Looks like the RAF are going to go for it, which is nice to see. Ball is on the 30-yard line of the Saints. Clock is running. Sun is not shining.
It's not as cold as it was in Loughborough a few weeks ago, but it's not pleasant. But so it's, I'd say 4th and 6 maybe, and the RAF are going for it. This time out of shotgun formation. Stewart throws it. Doesn't get anywhere, and Martin Walton tried his hardest to bring that ball in, but it was going nowhere. And
do you know what?
Oxford start on the 31, which is, you know, fairly good field position. Again, it's going to be interesting to see if they continue to go for this very, very heavy pass-based offense.
Has there been a first down yet?
Yeah, it has been a first down for the Mustangs. Yes, I've already commented that it was the first down of the game because well, I'm alright at my job.
When I'm on the other camera, I don't have any audio.
Yeah, that's
sorry
fine.
about that, mate.
It looks like they are. Trips on the right, 1 in the backfield. Ben Archer catches the low snap, just pings it over to Sam Stangholm, and he manages to pick up some positive yardage there on a nice short pass and cut up the middle, looking like it's going to be second. I'm looking like a first down for the Saints, and it is. That's big. Waiting for the chain crews to get set up. Spread offense here. 2 on either side. 1 in the backfield. The Mustangs lining up in a 3-4. That's a wild pass. Wild pass from Archer, and as he looks down at his hands, maybe there's something down.
Do
on his
you reckon he's telling him off? Like,
well,
come on, boys.
This is an interesting statistic, is that both of these QBs they're both RAF guys,
and they like to both overthrow the ball.
Well, it's because there've been lots of throws. There's not. Again, why are you getting aggy when it's like? I love games where they throw it. Not enough football teams throw the ball, so I'm happy.
It's not the throwing; it's the lack of catching.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I want to see the ball move.
So 2 on either side, 1 in the backfield. Classic spread. RF going for a 3-4. Might have been a 4-3 that time. Dre Keys just misstepped there. Just misstepped. Yeah, he is. Ashley Allen making the tackle there after Drakey's took a bit of a misstep again.
Yeah, it was just like a delayed stutter step, I think.
That's it. Again, I can't talk. I couldn't be making steps like that, or otherwise my knees would explode. so that's
this
not
isn't
me.
about you, okay?
Exactly, that's true. This isn't about me. Third and 10. It's going to be a big thing. The RAF sending the pressure,
Big.
and it's an interception. Could it be another? Could it be another defensive touchdown for the RAF? And it is. Let's have a look at that on replay. Let's have a look at this. And the ball. Oh, what a pick! Straight to him.
He had time to sit there for the ball to come to him, didn't he? He didn't catch it on the run. Am I right?
There was time.
Yeah.
There was time. Looks like number 30 for the Saints, Stuart Dunlop there.
So 2 TDs, both defensive. Well, one was on a special teams play, one was on a defensive play, but still it's the defence that take the
and with that extra
stat.
point, it makes it 14-0 to the RAF Mustangs. There's the pressure coming from the RAF Mustangs is insane. Again, so sort of some more facts about the RAF Mustangs is that, again, in speaking to their head coach Ron Smart, is where getting a forces team becomes difficult is they have to have, he told me, 4 times as much depth at positions because guys are deployed all around the world, and then because they may not know when they're being deployed, that they have to have depth in position, because a team that they train with 2 weeks ago could be a completely different team that actually takes the field now.
That's crazy, but yeah, it makes sense.
It's
what a hard thing to scheme for. I suppose even the opponents, but
exactly.
But
And
even as a coach,
this is where this sort of military discipline comes in, because they have to have that sort of next man up mentality. Number 84, Dan Simons bobbles the snap. Oh, let's replay that.
Number 5.
That's Lewis Truman, the OMVP for the Scunthorpe Alphas. Oh my lord, absolutely criminal. Puts that ball at the 19-yard line for the Saints.
Let's go, let's go.
And it's going to be, looks like a spread. Two on the left, 1 on the right. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a delay of game penalty on the Oxford Saints, taking them back. Not ideal field position, but one thing you can say is that the Saints trust the arm of Archer. They trust the arm, and if they can just deal with the pressure, they can get it through.
He's got a good name for a passing QB, hasn't
He has. I'm trying to think of a funny joke for it, but
No, don't. No, you'll give yourself an aneurysm. Just focus on the ball.
just focus on the ball. So 5-yard penalty there. First 15, low snap. Dodges Ben Harris, which is never easy to do. Again, if I saw Ben Harris coming at me with the speed that he just came at Archer, I think my soul might leave my body. So, but you see, number 76 for the RAF he's 1 sack away from 100 career sacks.
Yeah, absurd.
That's mad.
Archer. Hopefully, Archer is going to be more on target.
Yeah, are you happy with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my first, the first of many. See if any come up in the comments. Who's got the best Archer?
Who's got the best Archer? So spread 2 on either side, 1 in the backfield, and it's a delayed run. Oh,
Nicely handled.
36 there.
Yeah,
Martin
ball sort of put
Fitzpatrick.
back to the original line of scrimmage.
Certainly looks like it, but that's going to bring up third and 10. Let's see how the Saints line up here. Trips to the left. Martin Fitzpatrick in the backfield. Another low snap there. Archer's running out. Please don't hit the cameras. Please don't hit the cameras. That's all I ask. My soul nearly left my body as as Ben Archer was almost tackled into my table with my notes on it. I worked hard on those notes. Please no. It's another punt here for the Saints with Lewis Truman, number 5 in the backfield. Again, apart from that big tackle by Truman, we've not seen much. I want to see Truman pop off. That's a low punt. Takes an Oxford bounce. Takes a good Oxford bounce actually. Considering how sort of low that was, or not low, considering how high and short that was, to have a bounce like that, you know, that's impressive. Ben Harris once told me he could catch. I've never seen Ben Harris try and catch a ball. I'll put it to you, I've never seen him try and catch a ball. It wouldn't surprise me. Like he's got to have something wrong with him. He's got to have something wrong with him from a football sense. So it wouldn't surprise me if he couldn't catch because he's so damn quick. I know because he used to coach me at Lincoln Colonials, ladies and gentlemen. So RAF aren't halfway, just a few yards off halfway. Stewart, high snap. He's under centre there. Stewart's going to try and escape the pocket. He doesn't get it, and that is another sack for the Saints. It seems to be like the big sort of standing point in this game is pressure. There's been sacks aplenty, but it just seems as though the RAF Mustangs are able to put themselves in positions where, you know, the ball will go to them. You know, pressure caused that punt to be blocked, ran for a touchdown. And you could very easily say that pressure may have caused Archer to throw the ball early. We don't know. Stewart under centre. Perfect snap. On the money. 94's chasing him down. And now number 25 for the RAF Mustangs with some good yardage. Ryan Abbott's there. Getting a first down there for the Mustangs. Hello.
I'll be back over there in a minute, but I can't. I've got to turn this camera off.
No problem at all. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're just having to have a little nosy around at some of the cameras. So I'm gonna try and do it myself. If I can't read your comments, it's because I'm having to fiddle around with the cameras. It looks like a timeout has been taken. I was fiddling with the cameras, so I'm not sure whose it was. Or I think that might be the end of the quarter. Is that the end of the quarter?
Yes.
In fact, it's not a timeout at all. It's the end of the quarter. It's the end of the quarter, which couldn't have come at a better time, as we have to fiddle with the cameras.
All back on. Hopefully you can see it.
Okay, it's all now. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bearing with us there. Stuart, that's a big catch. If you saw, ladies and gentlemen, from my angle, just how blocked up Stuart was there with the whole O line in front of him and the whole D line, basically stood up in front of him for that to be a catch. Is incredible. He must know exactly where his his receivers are going to be at all times. And one thing we have to do is we have to celebrate the Oxford Saints, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the Oxford Saints' 40th season. 40th season. Can you believe that for a Britball team? Under centre goes straight to Stewart. A QB sneak there, trying to gain those maybe 2 yards, but it's not to be. It is not to be. In a few weeks' time, the Oxford Saints will have their opening fixture against the Rushmore Knights, hoping to improve on their season last year, where they went 2-7-1, beating the Portsmouth Dreadnoughts twice and tying with the South Wales Warriors. You know, they're trying to build here. They obviously are trying to build a big passing offense. Stewart under centre, and he goes it again, and the ball is now fumbled. And the ball is fumbled by Stewart on a QB sneak. Let's have a look at that again. They tried for the exact same play again, but it was not to be. Now look at that, the ball pops out. And who's that? Number 74, Ben Jones, getting that fumble recovery. Not ideal field position for the Saints, but considering that the thing is, considering that the defense have been the ones that have scored the points for the Mustangs, you know, it's not good field position again, because you don't want to be in your own half, ladies and gentlemen. That's a talent of football. But with a defense like the Mustangs, Archer hands the ball off now. That's a big run. Martin Fitzpatrick there. Some laundry on the field. Unfortunately, we don't have the refs mic'd up today, but luckily we can hear them just fine. That was a holding call on number 13 for the Oxford Saints. They go back 10 yards. Because it's interesting to think that, like, the Saints have realised that, you know, you've got to have some runs in there, especially after that in. And the amount of pressure they're bringing. Again, eyes on number 76 here, going for his 100th career sack. And there's another run there. Not as successful. There for number 33 of the Saints, Sam Fielden. It's 2nd and 9, I'm going to say here for the Saints. Man in motion, number 17's in motion. And the Saints are now punching it. The Saints are now going for that run game. And, you know, they're... I'd argue that if the Saints didn't have that holding call, they probably would be on a first down here. It's going to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. I'm going to go 3rd and 6. Expect Archer to sling it. That's not really a bow comment, is it? Spread offense, one in the backfield. It's a run again. It's a run again for Fielden, and just swallowed up. Absolutely swallowed up. Interesting to see what their thought process is. I don't want to speculate that maybe Archer might be hurt. He doesn't look hurt, but again, in this exhibition game, you know, sort of middling between the pre-season and the regular season. It's an exhibition game. Number 5 in the backfield. I want to see what Truman can do. All I heard was how good Truman. A low snap there from the Saints, And their partner has had to get it away. He had to get it away, and Oxford are getting lucky on some of these bounces, and it appears that the kicker for the Saints is down. Let's see if we can get the kick. Lewis, the Oxford Saints are in Liverpool. Not good tackle. I want to see the kick there. I didn't want to see him get tackled. Lewis, the Oxford Saints are in Division 1. They're in Division 1. Much like the Yorkshire Rams, who are taking on the Army somewhere up north. Somewhere up north. It's going to be an interesting one. Like if your kicker gets injured, hopefully there is a backup somewhere in there. Right.
What?
No. So let's get into some more sort of interesting things about the RAF. They didn't at first when the program was first conceived. They weren't allowing civilians at all. But in talking to Coach Warren Smart, he is a what?
Just want to check if you needed him. You signalled for me.
No. Well, I'm trying to do commentary, Steve. He's hassling me. I'm trying to give context. But I'll get back to that in the next break of play. They're probably on the 49-yard line. Oxford's 49-yard line are the Mustangs. Stewart is under centre. And Truman in motion. Just absolutely swallowed up there at the line of scrimmage there for Luke Truman, number 22, for the Mustangs. Again, like the D line for both of these squads is exceptional. Really, when they're not really letting anything through. As I reach for a bottle of water. So you've got Truman. Trying to look at my sheet. So Seb Haley and Luke Truman, both in the backfield there. But you can see if the Mustangs go for that same formation. Beautiful Radnor water from Wales. Yes, so back to what I was saying is Warren Smart was telling me that apparently when the initiative was first set up, it was for RAF, current RAF serving members only, but they realised that, you know, to keep a sort of progress going in the game, they had to get someone with experience, and that's where Warren Smart came in, interviewed for the role. Also, given the fact that he's ex-RAF, I imagine that didn't hurt his case. Same thing again. Haley Truman in the backfield, Stewart under centre. Motion from Lewis Truman now. And Stewart's got feet. He goes to give someone the stiff arm, but it just didn't work. Pressure from the Saints getting through. This is becoming very much a defensive showdown. It's something that I personally didn't. I wouldn't say didn't expect. It's you know, obviously this is the second game that the Oxford Saints have played pre-season wise. Haley and Truman in the backfield. Luke Truman, sorry. Lewis Truman in motion. It's a pass now over the head of number 8 there. Adam Hennessy. I've been told to say if you see number 35 for the RAF, I've been told to say that he's had a hip replacement. That's it really. That's all I know about him. That's not true. But I've been told to say about him. This is the one thing, is like the RAF guys, they're more disciplined, and obviously you've got to be in good shape to be, you know, in the armed forces. But then, like, is age a factor? I doubt. I mean, it's just an interesting thing to talk about, but I can't imagine that it is. As the Mustangs line up to punt, good snap, flag on the field. Very well could be being on the long snapper, I'd imagine. I didn't see. I was watching the kick. Let's see if I can hear the call. Oh, because there's not a flag on the play. There's not a flag on the play. It's looking like it's going to be re-kicked. Mustangs going for a classic swinging gate formation with their punt, which means there's a man hidden behind one of the blockers at the back. As soon as that ball goes through, he's going to step through and block them. Another good snap. Good kick there from Adam Hennessy, number 8. Could be a touchback. Going to be interesting to see if... Looking like it was. No. It was a good kick, and you know what? That's probably the best case scenario for the Saints, to have it be a touchback and not drop all the way there. But Adam Hennessy's got a boot on him. Sorry, bud? And less than 10 minutes on the clock here. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock as the Saints take over on the 20-yard line. On their own 20-yard line, that is. Let's see what Archer's doing. Archer sends a man in motion. Jet sweep there. Or was it look like a fake jet sweep? No yards gained for the Saints there. Look at some of these players for the Mustangs have driven 10 hours down from Scotland to be here. Is that not the swinging gate? I thought it was. Where you have someone come through. I'm normally blocking on punt, so I don't know. Are you sure? I mean, I'm sure, given who I think you are, Nish, given who I think you are, if it is you, then you're definitely right, because I don't doubt your football knowledge on anything. Run to the left there. Doesn't go anywhere. It seems Saints really can't get anything going. It's going to be interesting to see what their halftime talk is about. It's definitely going to be about offense. You know, you can't fault the defense. Like the defense of the Saints has let no points through. But I think it's going to be very offensive-led half-time for both squads. Again, considering who I think you are, Nish, I'm going to just blindly agree. If you are who I think you are, and your brother is Andy Bagnall, then I'll listen to you about football on basically anything. Number 80 in motion for the Saints. He's left uncovered. Archer looked like he was going to throw to him, and Archer does, and the ball goes through. Goes through James Dunsworth's hands there. But, you know, if I can see this far away that ball's going to number 80, I'm sure that the Mustangs did as well. And it's 4th and 15 with the Saints backed up in their own end zone. Remember, the Saints kicker did go out, but he is back in. He is back in. And part of his jersey's coming off, which I think is strange. I didn't think that was allowed, but this might be an exhibition, because it's an exhibition game, the rules might be slightly different. But you can sort of let that happen. It's a good kick, short kick. Poison, and that ball looks like it's going to be down at the 49-yard line. The Mustangs are going to start in Saints territory, but barely. But barely. Number 74 for the Saints. Absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Ben Jones is huge. He's already got fumble recovery today, which is good enough. You got one in the backfield. That is Luke Truman. High snap. Ball goes to Luke Truman, and he is absolutely met there by Dan Simons. Oh. Absolutely met. Seb Haley in the back. No, Seb Haley on the right. Luke Truman on the right. On the left, sorry. And Stewart is just surrounded by Saints. Absolutely surrounded. The pressure from the Saints. The pressure from the Mustangs. You know what, like, if you're going to give out first half MVPs, you've got to give it to the D-lines of both squadrons. They are doing absolute madness here. Backing the Saints up. Maybe another 8 yards. For a third and... Could very well be more than that. Could very well be a third and 20 here. You know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to say it's probably going to be a pass. Will I be streaming Lincoln versus Hull Varsity next year? No, probably not. Two in the backfield. Stewart rolls out left, being chased by number 37 of the Saints. Oh, through the hands. Oh, and the chain crew's taken out there. Big catch. Will I be streaming Lincoln versus Hull? No, probably not, because if it's the same as last year, where it's like very, very early on in the season, no, probably not. If it's if it's around like a different time, if it's later on in the season, then probably, but no, probably not. Also, I don't really want to stream varsity games. Unless someone asks really nicely, then we probably won't, just because... I mean, I know that, like, Bucks likes varsity games, but you know, if there's already regulation games on, I'd prefer to go and stream those instead. Another punt here for the Mustangs. Hennessy gets it away. Dowell. And it's been returned now, but not a lot of yardage on that. From Reese Chesser of the Saints. Not much yardage on that. Not much you can do. Another big fly ball. Sets the Saints up. Far away in their own end zone. A lot of the play is taking place in that. Jamie's not playing from next year, so don't worry about it. You can't worry about that. One in the backfield, trips on the right now with the motion. Archer has the ball. Quick pass there through the hands. You know, quick easy play. Quick easy play, doesn't go anywhere. But if you looked at like where the Saints have found the most success is with these short passes. So it doesn't surprise me that they're going back to them. Jamie Boss, number 79 for the Mustangs, getting a lot of love. Scunthorpe, Rookie of the Year, not Scunthorpe, but Rookie of the Year for his senior ball team. Arch gets a ball. It's a throw. It's a run. Sorry. Going with these draw plays. Going with these draw plays a lot. To Sam Fielden. I want to say it's Sam Fielden, but the problem is his the running back's number is coming off. It's still coming off. So it's difficult to really say. Thank you. Yeah, so it is Sam Fielden. I've just had that confirmed. Yeah, it's only because his number's coming off. I wasn't sure. Thank you. I have just been informed by Owen Morris that is Sam Fielden as the running back. Archer is being chased down here. Let's see what number that was. If that... Come on. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a sack from Ben Harris. Let's have a look. I want to watch that back, ladies and gentlemen, because, ladies and gentlemen, that is, again, this is according to Ben Harris, that is sack number 100 for Ben Harris in his career. Let's get back to it. That's sack 100, so congratulations to Ben Harris. What a guy. He's so good at football. He's scary. And a punt that goes left for the Saints, and it's rolling backwards. That's the opposite. That is the opposite. That's the opposite. Can I ask Ben Harris and the D-line to go a little bit easier? That's his offense. I don't know what to tell you. Both D-lines for the Saints and the Mustangs are the MVPs so far of this game. But this is terrific field position for the Mustangs. Arguably their best field position all game. On a punt there from Sam Fielden that just went backwards. But again, considering that the offense of the Mustangs has not scored yet, who's to say? Who's to say if the Saints are to hold them out here? The Saints D-line have done fantastic all game long. So Stewart in shotgun there, and a short pass here. The team seems to be adopting very much the same game plan with these short passes. Be interested if there's any yardage gained on this. I'm waiting to see it. I'm waiting to have a look at the sticks. Play is coming in. Stewart's got something. Here we go. So you got Lewis Truman wide on the right. Stewart under shotgun. Ball to the left. He throws it. And that is knocked away. Let's have a gander at that while they set up. Again, the defenses of both these teams, sensational. If you're, I'm sure there are some people maybe watching. Think about they're going to get some plays from the Saints. Interesting. What are they going to think about it? But one thing you're going to take away is their defense is pretty tricky. I'm worried, especially when you consider, ladies and gentlemen, that Ben Harris, the number 76 for the RAF Mustangs, he plays for the Oxford Saints. He plays for the Saints. So, in the regular season, he's playing against his own team here. I mean, he's on both teams. He's playing against his own team here. So, it's that's just bad. Aaron, let me tell you what's been going on. Aaron Summerhays, let me tell you what's been going on. So both of the TDs 4. So that was a 2-minute warning as it was 2 minutes left to go in the half. So let me tell you what happened. So both of those TDs from the Mustangs were defensive. A blocked punt on the first drive of the game. Oh, perfect. And you want to know. And then an interception as well from the Mustangs, taking that a pick 6 even. Taking it all the way. Stewart gives it to jet sweep here to Lewis Truman. We're waiting to see Lewis Truman pop off. And he's made the first down. You see, like, we've been waiting. I've been told nothing, but watch out for number 5. Watch out for number 5. And, you know, he interjects himself into the game. And that's big. That's big for the Mustangs. And that is a first down. That is their first and goal. You know, it's still a way out for the Mustangs. No, what are they doing? Apparently, it's 3rd and inches. I'm sorry, it's 3rd and inches this time. Now, the thing is with the Mustangs, they've tried a QB sneak earlier in the game, but that's just sent the ball flying. So you can see they're going to pass the ball there, but that is because it's 4th down territory. You know, Aaron, I'm gonna look on my phone. I'm gonna try and find it for you because I'm interested to see what the score for that game is as well. We're talking about the Army versus the Yorkshire Rams. What's Yorkshire saying? I can't see anything, but I'll have a look. I can't see anything of yet. And an extra point there. Interesting. It's interesting. I wouldn't have. Oh no, it's just a good football game. It's because I'm so used to uni ball, ladies and gentlemen. That people don't really go for those 3 points very often. But yeah, straight through the uprights. So Aaron, I can't find it, but I was looking on Instagram. So, and no one's put the post up yet. So that game did kick off half an hour after this one, which does make this game. It wasn't a field goal, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about me. I was trying to look at the scores. I was trying to find the Oxford. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's going to be 1:20, 1:23. Clock's still running. Oxford have 2 timeouts. It's second in about 13. Oh, and that ball did not go anywhere. Ball didn't go anywhere. And the ball goes back even further. It's been with not long left on the clock and the field position that they're in. With the outcome of this play, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mustangs take a timeout. Archer throws the ball, and it's almost picked off. Number 80, number 89. I don't have an 89 on my sheet. How irritating. Not on the sheet that they've told me anyway. But ladies and gentlemen, because that ball did count as interception, it means that the clock will stop. So the Mustangs can save themselves a timeout there. Dan Britton there smacking the ball away. Fielding with a punt, and again it's quite short, but it's a diagonal bounce, and it looks like it's going to be another punt that is going to wind up with the Saints starting the Mustangs starting just barely in the Saints half of the field. The Mustangs would love to cap this half off with some offensive points on the board, because you know both of these teams, it has been all defense. The defense for the Saints bringing the pressure, covering it up. Mustangs bringing the pressure, covering it up. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the Mustangs, the RAF Mustangs, have called a timeout. Discuss some things. You know, again, you want to end this half with some offensive points on the boards, because you know half your team is going to be absolutely buzzing. That being the defense, and this goes for both teams. The offensive side of it, they're probably not going to be too impressed. But this is the time where you can have these conversations with your coaches and try and figure out the best way to go about getting some offensive points on the board. Or, you know, this game could very well end up with staying the scoreline as it is. During halftime, I will have a nose around, see if I can find the score for you for the Army versus the Yorkshire Rams, somewhere up north. Highland Stags Curtis should be 55. I believe that is true. Jamie's definitely 79. Jamie Boss is definitely 79. Let's see here. Stuart under centre. He drops back. Number 88 for the Saints just has him. Absolutely throws him down. Sam Stancombe there. Absolutely throwing down Stuart there. That's... Oh, is that 98? It was 98. Dan Williams. Dan Williams absolutely throwing him down. That's big. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is half time here at the first ever RAF. Oh, sorry, the first ever Forces versus League side game. And it looks like Barry's telling us Rams are 14 up on the Army. A complete switch around, if Barry's right. I don't know. It was fine until you came over.
Hi, I'm Steve and this is Healy. We're from the Amelie Fund. We're here today with the Rushmore Knights under-16 American football team. And today we're going to be doing a number of challenges where these boys are going to win some cash. We've got £1,000 to give away today. So these guys are winning cash for not doing much, which is the whole premise of these events, these Amelie Fund events. Healy's at the end there holding up the cards, and these guys are going to guess the next guy's going to be higher or lower. Last man standing gets 20 quid, so let's go. 2 games only,
This is it. If you haven't won any dosh yet, this might be your time. It's a 3.
You win! 50 quid. Congratulations, mate. Right, reset, let's go. We raise money through online raffles and donations at the moment. So check out our website, www.sporttank.com, and then the Amelie Fund section on there. Have a look on our social media. We're always posting about what raffles are available, different types of prizes for different types of people. So there should be something on there for everyone.
All right, we've got tug of war. We've got 4 teams of 4. They're going to win £10 each, £10 per person, not per team. We're going to do 2 rounds of this, so we'll see how we go. We've got these guys seem very confident. These guys didn't want to do it at all, but we're going to do it just for money. And you do anything for money, don't you? So. Ball, ball, ball! Ball, ball!
That's it, guys. Here, come here, winning team. You're welcome. It's up to him. Right.
Who's the other?
Yeah, cool, these guys. I'm here with Tango Lockwood. He's the head coach of the under-16s team. He just informed me that you got to the final, you said in the breakdown, and there's a couple of lads that aren't able to afford accommodation or travel or whatever. So we've still got some money left over. There's 300 quid there that will.
Well, that's bloody awesome.
Yeah,
brother.
you're welcome, bruv. No, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And I mean, you obviously, we known each other years, and you knew Amelie as well, didn't you? You know, and it's a big deal. Like, it's great that you allowed us to come here and do this, and hopefully it kickstarts something for us, as well. So like, it's something, as much as it's been good for you and your team, this benefits us, So yeah, no, I'm glad they enjoyed it.
Guys, the kids loved it. Thank you very much.
Welcome,
Thank
man.
you. That's brilliant.
Cool. Cheers. No, you're welcome, mate. So yeah, this next one's a crossbar challenge. Players have got to throw the ball from this cone and hit the crossbar to stay in. Last man standing gets 30 quid.
On the crossbar.
Premise behind it was it helps fund these fun sessions, but also it helps fund our main purpose, which is supporting grassroots sport in the UK and Ireland. The game's called Zombie, right? So what will happen is when someone takes the flag off of you, you become a zombie and you join them. So they start off as a zombie and then they recruit you by pulling your flag. The last man standing wins 20 quid. I'm here with Josh Lockwood. I've known Josh since he was born. He's a quarterback for the Knights. I've just been told that they're going to the championship this year, which is awesome. When my daughter Amelie died, I was playing for this team at the time, the senior team. One of the things they did was create a load of towels that everyone on the team wore, and Josh wears one. So AP is Amelie Price and 55 is my number. Something I've always noticed because I see his footage that Josh always actually still wears his towel. So I wanted to sort of say thank you for that. And give you 100 quid from the Amelie Fund.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Josh. Appreciate it. And good luck in the final, mate.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bruv.
I think it went well today. This was our first one, getting out and getting amongst it. The guys seemed to really enjoy it, gave away some money.
Yeah.
How much did we give away in the end, do you remember?
It's £1,000 is what what we've given away today, which
Brilliant.
is nice. We did give some to the club, but that was because they've gone to the final, and it actually does go to a player or a couple of players who need money for the travel and the accommodation to the final, which is cool.
Next time, if you want us to come and visit your club, your chess squad, for example, whatever it may be, get in touch, because we would love to come and do something similar. We'll have more money available, cash available to win. So any social media, go on to the Amelie Fund and check out how we've gotten today. There'll be a video up from what we've shot this evening, and you can find out a little bit more about how you can get involved, because we want to give you some money.
Hi, I'm Steve and this is Healy. We're from the Amelie Fund. We're here today with the Rushmore Knights under-16 American football team. And today we're going to be doing a number of challenges where these boys are going to win some cash. We've got £1,000 to give away today. So these guys are winning cash for not doing much, which is the whole premise of this, these events, these Amelie Fund events. Healy's at the end there holding up the cards, and these guys are going to guess the next guy's going to be higher or lower. Last man standing gets 20 quid, so let's go.
2 games only, this is it. If you haven't won any dosh yet, this might be your time. It's 3.
You win! 50 quid, congratulations mate. Right, reset, let's go. We raise money through online raffles and donations at the moment, so check out our website www.sporttank.com, and then the Amelie Fund section on there. Have a look on our social media. We're always posting about what raffles are available, different types of prizes for different types of people, so there should be something on there for everyone.
All right, we've got tug of war. We've got 4 teams of 4. They're going to win £10 each, £10 per person, not per team. We're going to do 2 rounds of this, so we'll see how we go. We've got these guys seem very confident. These guys didn't want to do it at all, but we're going to do it because it's for money. And you do anything for money, don't you? So. Go, go, go! Go, boy!
That's it, guys! Here, come here, winning team. You're welcome. It's up to him. Right. Who's the other?
Yeah, cool.
These guys. I'm here with Tango Lockwood. He's the head coach of the under-16s team. He just informed me that you got to the final. You said in the breakdown, and there's a couple of lads that aren't able to afford accommodation or travel or whatever.
Yeah.
So we've still got some money left over. There's 300 quid there that will.
Well,
towards
that's bloody awesome.
Yeah,
brother.
you're welcome, bruv. No, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And I mean, you obviously, we've known each other years, and you knew Amelie as well, didn't you? You know, and it's a big deal. Like, it's great that you allowed us to come here and do this, and hopefully it kickstarts something for us, as well. So like, it's something, as much as it's been good for you and your team, actually this benefits us, So yeah, no, I'm glad they enjoyed it.
Guys, the kids loved it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
Thank
man.
you. That's brilliant.
Cool. Cheers. No, you're welcome, mate. So yeah, this next one's a crossbar challenge. Players have got to throw the ball from this cone and hit the crossbar to stay in. Last man standing gets 30 quid.
the crossbar.
Premise behind it was it helps fund these fun sessions, but also it helps fund our main purpose, which is supporting grassroots sport in the UK and Ireland. The game's called Zombie, right? So what will happen is when someone takes a flag off of you, you become a zombie and you join them. So they start off as a zombie and then they recruit you by pulling your flag. The last man standing wins 20 quid. I'm here with Josh Lockwood. I've known Josh since he was born. He's the quarterback for the Knights. I've just been told that they're going to the championship this year, which is awesome.
When my daughter Emily died,
I was playing for this team at the time, the senior team. One of the things they did was create a load of towels that everyone on the team wore, and Josh wears one. So AP is Emily Price and 55 is my number. Something I've always noticed because I see his footage that Josh always actually still wears his towel. So I wanted to sort of say thank you for that. And give you 100 quid from the Emily Fund.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Josh. Appreciate it. And good luck in the final, mate.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bruv.
I think it went well today. This was our first one,
Yeah.
getting out and getting amongst it. The guys seemed to really enjoy it, gave away some money.
Yeah.
How much did we give away in the end, do you remember?
It's £1,000 is what we've given away today, which
Brilliant.
is nice. We did give some to the club, but that was because they've gone to the final, and it actually does go to a player or a couple of players who need money for the travel and the accommodation to the final, which is cool.
Next time, if you want us to come and visit your club, your chess squad, for example, whatever it may be, get in touch because we would love to come and do something similar. We'll have more money available, cash available to win. So any social media, go on to the Emily Fund and check out how we've got on today. There'll be a video up from what we've shot this evening, and you can find out a little bit more about how you can get involved because we want to give you some money.
For real.
Highlights. Ready? First thing I think we need to talk about is thank goodness we ordered hoodies. I am freezing. This is some cold temp. Short for temperature. We'll start again. Tell you what. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's like fish, like a shoal of fish. Such a diva. I swear.
No, they go in the ball bag.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah. Are we filming?
We're
Cool.
filming. Just a quick hoodie update. Can't even tell. Can't even tell it's hot.
Thing with the tags, okay?
Can't even tell. All of that's over there. It's a camera. Do we need a code word on when to stop filming? Tinky Winky?
Poe or something?
Dipsy? No, Poe's the little red one.
The colours don't mean anything, don't worry.
Yeah, we're not picking gang colours.
Yeah, Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, we're going to do gang signs after this for £5 each. These guys didn't want to do it at all, but we're going to do it because it's for money. And you do anything for money, don't you? It's really frowned upon to give
Well
kids
done.
money in a park. It's been brilliant letting us come up here and give you some money in a field. Normally that's something you want to get your children not to do. We can't say that. Yeah, and I think that's a good point. Nice segue. I'm still wearing
Wait
a
on
hoodie.
Healy.
It is 4 million degrees. Pretty warm. And you can find out a little bit more about how you can get involved because we want to give you some money.
Yeah, likewise. I don't know why I said likewise, but
It's
yeah.
not the right word, but whatever.
But yeah, photosynthesis.
Isn't it weird how plants do like wets and then it's raining? That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, so
So a big thanks to the Ridgeway
Knights.
Ridgewang. A massive thank you to the Ridgeway Knights for letting us come and invade in our practice.
Sorry. And yeah, good luck to the Rushmore Knights.
Rushmore? That's it. The end.
We've got to do a blooper reel.
Highlights. Ready? First thing I think we need to talk about is thank goodness we ordered hoodies. I am freezing. This is some cold temp. Short for temperature. We'll start again. Tell you what. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's like fish, like a shoal of fish. Such a diva. I swear.
No, they go in the ball bag.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah. Are we filming?
We're filming. Just a quick hoodie update. Can't even tell. Can't even tell it's hot.
Thing with the tags, okay?
Can't even tell. All of that's over there. It's a camera. Do we need a code word on when to stop filming? Tinky Winky?
Poe or something?
Dipsy? No, Poe's the little red one.
The colours don't mean anything, don't worry.
Yeah, we're not picking gang colours.
Yeah, Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, we're going to do gang signs after this for £5 each. These guys didn't want to do it at all, but we're going to do it because it's for money. And you do anything for money, don't you? It's really frowned upon to give kids money in a park. It's been brilliant letting us come up here and give you some money in a field. Normally that's something you want to get your children not to do. We can't say that. Yeah, and I think that's a good point. Nice segue. I'm still wearing
Wait
a
on
hoodie.
Healy.
It is 4 million degrees. Pretty warm. And you can find out a little bit more about how you can get involved because we want to give you some money.
Yeah, likewise. I don't know why I said likewise. But
It's
yeah.
not the right word, but whatever.
But yeah, photosynthesis.
Isn't it weird how plants do like wets and then it's raining? That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, so
So a big thanks to the Ridgeway
Knights.
Ridgewang. A massive thank you to the Ridgeway Knights for letting us come and invade in our practice.
Sorry. And yeah, good luck to the Rushmore Knights.
Rushmore? That's it. The end.
We've got to do a blooper reel.
Highlights. Ready? First thing I think we need to talk about is thank goodness we ordered hoodies. I am freezing. This is some cold temp. Short for temperature. We'll start again. Tell you what. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's like fish, like a shoal of fish. Such a diva. I swear.
No, they go in the ball bag.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah. Are we filming?
We're filming. Just a quick hoodie update. Can't even tell. Can't even tell it's hot.
Thing with the tags, okay?
Can't even tell. All of that's over there. It's a camera. Do we need a code word on when to stop filming? Tinky Winky?
Poe or something?
Dipsy? No, Poe's the little red one.
The colours don't mean anything, don't worry.
Yeah, we're not picking gang colours.
Yeah, Bloods and Crips.
Yeah, we're going to do gang signs after this for £5 each. These guys didn't want to do it at all, but we're going to do it because it's for money.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half of the RAF Mustangs versus the Oxford Saints. Let's have a quick rundown while the teams are getting ready for kick-off. Mustangs have scored on a blocked punt and a pick six as well. Both teams seem to be, struggling offensively, but their defenses are absolutely holding solid, with the Mustangs just being in the right place at the right time a little bit more than the Saints. And also considering that the Saints have a very, very heavy pass game plan, those picks have been that pick was able to happen. But then also you have to think about some of the interceptions that were broken up by Oxford Saints receivers. It's happened multiple times. And more times as we get ready for the Saints kick-off here. And the ball is beautifully placed. Yeah, number 89. I want to say number 89, or number 69. 4. Looking like that was Richard Stanley there for the Mustangs. Getting the ball past the 30-yard line, looking like the 35. Score is 14-0. What we're hearing from the Yorkshire versus Army game is that the Rams are 14-0 up on the Army. Bit of a flip. Bit of a flip. Stewart in shotgun. Hands the ball off. Few couple of yardages. Luke Truman there with a couple of yards, only about 2. Before he's swallowed up by Greco. Guys, can you see the scoreboard that's on the screen? Ian and Matthew. 14-0 is the score here. 14-0 to the Mustangs. Under centre again. Haley taking it up the middle. He finds a lane. But seems to have been swallowed up there. Once again, Haley in the backfield. Stewart on the centre. All not on the centre. Shotgun. And it's a QB run from Stewart. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, on the Saints roster, I don't seem to have a number 32. So I can't even tell you who's making that tackle. That's from the one that they sent me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let me change that. There we go. Now we're officially in Q3. Thank you very much, guys. And a good punt there. And the RAF Mustangs coaches are shouting that a Saints player had touched the ball before enough play to get there, saying that it's a live ball. They ran it into the end zone and be interested if anything happens from that. Doesn't seem to be. Nope. No, not a touchdown. Not a touchdown there for the Mustangs. Archer back, spread formation, 2 receivers. What are you doing, man? I'm trying to have a good time. And you see the Saints, unlike the first run. Emil Roth, thank you very much. What? That's strange. I've got him. Thank you, Luke. I've got him as number 28 on my sheet. But no. You've broken it. So is it number 84 with a big reception, potentially the biggest reception of the game for the Saints there. Dan Simons snagging that ball out of the air for a first down for the Saints. Could be their second or third first down of the entire game. The Saints have come out cooking. That halftime talk has done some things. 2 receivers on either side. Healy in the backfield. Archie gets the ball. And he throws the ball. Oh, and almost picked off. Almost picked off by number 30 of the RAF Mustangs. Stuart Dunlop there, almost picking that off. It seems to be that you know you got it's class defending here from the receivers of the Saints, but that's not what you really want. You don't really want your receivers to be defending, but they're really good at it. Second and 10, 2 receivers on either side. Oh, Archer making a spectacular catch, bobbling it up in the air, only to bring it down. But it looks like that's going to be a gain of 4 yards. But you can't say that the Saints have not come out in this second half with a new mentality. They're ready to go. They're making big plays here. But you can't. But because the RAF guys are so well drilled, I would say that it's almost an impossibility that they'd be resting on their laurels here. But you can't say that that's not. Here again, 2 on either side. Archer being chased down by number 52. Ball in the air. Dan Summons with a spectacular catch. Another one.
catch.
He is the target. Let's have another look at that. Let's have another look at that. The Saints are cooking. The Saints have come out in the second half and they are absolutely cooking. Let's look at this again. What a grab. What a ball. What a ball from Archer and what a snag. The Saints are cooking. They can keep this momentum going. They are at the 22-yard line, 23, 22 and a half. But, you know, the Saints are doing a spectacular job. Trips on the right here for the Saints. Archer's throwing it again. And Dre Keys again. That ball almost ending up in the hands of the RAF Mustangs. Dre Keys just there to make sure that ball does not stick in the hands of the RAF Mustangs. Second and 10 from the 22.
Where's Joe? You go, guys. Get yourself ready.
2 on either side, 1 in the backfield. A grouping that has worked for the Saints so far. QB draw. Arguably the first the first big fail play here for the Saints. It's going to be third. Ooh, third and about 15, 14. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that before you swap sides?
No, just didn't. It just didn't. It just stopped working when I turned the other one off.
Okay. I was just rolling back. Oh, and Dan Simons there, just a bit too high from there. Dre Kays. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I'll make sure not to say it again. In fact, I'll even change it on my sheet. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you, Chris. And the Saints now going for a field goal, looking to get their first points on the board. It's a big try. 26-yard line. Let's see where this goes. Big boot. And that is the first points on the board for the Oxford Saints. 3-14 now. Big kick. Love to see it in Brit Ball. Sometimes you don't see the kicks happen a lot. That's 2, yeah? Yeah. Okay. That's all I need to know. First points on the board if they say, you've got to be feeling. I mean, it's not the result they wanted. They obviously wanted a touchdown, but you've got to be feeling good about finally getting some points on the board. You've got to be happy about that. It's going to be interesting to see how the Mustangs respond here, because you can definitely see there was a lot of offensive success there from the Oxford Saints, and the Mustangs are going to be looking to replicate that themselves. It's going to be interesting to see where they go.
You might see an onside kick here.
I've been told to watch the onside kick here by Steve, so we're gonna keep that. Gonna keep that in mind. And there it is. There is the onside kick, and the Oxford Saints have recovered. And the Oxford Saints has recovered. Well done, Steve. How did you figure that out?
Nice, Joe!
There was a lot of time.
No, into the mic.
I've got a mic here.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of time in the huddle on the kickoff.
Okay.
And they just scored. Well, they only got 3 points, so they need the ball still. They're riding a wave.
But that's big again.
Yeah.
The Saints are cooking, absolutely
Yeah,
cooking.
that's what I mean. Like, if you're the head coach, you want ball in hand, right? Like,
Yeah, of course.
Why give the defense?
Well, no, you say that, but then the RAF Mustangs' biggest strength so far has been their defense.
Yeah, but not so far this quarter.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point, Steve, yeah. So they're starting at basically the 50. Like, they've got a half field to go.
Yeah.
And the Mustangs have called
A timeout.
the first time out of the half.
I wonder why they did that.
Seems like it might have been a personnel issue. But the Saints, they're going to be looking to build that momentum. They've just put their first points on the board of this whole game and completed, like, that Archer to Simons connection is heating up. It's heating up.
So
5 bars.
I overheard the Oxford head coach speaking to Archer at half time, and he was telling him about his accuracy. It needs to be a bit more on point. So looks like point taken,
That's it. It's like, the best thing to do in football is to listen to your coaches, and it seems that Archer's done that.
Yeah.
Again, 2 on either side. Oh, you say that. Man in motion. And it's a run up the middle. Seems to be moving laterally. Not taken down there from Sam Fielden. I'd say he got maybe 1 yard there, but then pushed laterally. Which I don't think is gonna move the ball at all. No, I've lied. I've lied to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a liar, because that ball has moved a yard. A yard and a half.
A yard forward as well.
A yard forward, yeah. Again, this spread formation from the Saints is where they found their most success. Dre K's there, through his hands. Through his hands here, they've got I don't think the momentum has completely stopped here for the Saints. It's 2 plays that haven't been, successful, but they're still got to be feeling good here going into this 3rd and 8. It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to become a nice day here in Oxford. The sun is out. Maybe these boys are solar powered, we don't know. Again, 2 on either side again, 1 in the backfield. Archer in shotgun. Ball's in his hands. Archer loads up. Simons gets it again. Dan Simons gets it again. The connection is real. 5 bars.
Yeah,
5 bars. Megabits all the way.
My only criticism here, and on that play in particular, I saw it because I was keen on the QB, and he looked exactly to where he was going to throw it. From taking the snap, head up to where he was going to throw it, and he threw it there. And you can't do that for too long because DBs will jump on stuff. So yeah, I was quite surprised by that, but I'll keep an eye on it and see if he continues to do that. But he should be looking off or looking away.
Well, Archer gets the ball again, dumps it off. This
They're moving the
time
ball,
to
though.
stand calm.
They're moving the ball.
They
lovely.
certainly are. Now, to Steve's point earlier in the game, when you see Archer rolling out, I can sort of get on Steve's point here that he's got eyes for one man. Now Archer holding his arm there, not a
that
good,
doesn't look good.
not a good sign. I'd say look for a run play here.
It looked like, what was it, his right shoulder, upper rib, sort of inside?
Yeah.
That he was grabbing?
Look for Fielden to receive the ball here. Nope, he's still throwing it.
But, again, so looking, but he was looking pre-snap then. Like, he didn't look this way once. He needs to get a little bit better at that in disguising that, because if the defence pick up on that, then it's curtains, right? They're not going to be able to do anything. But that's 2 plays in a row. But I've sort of watched his head movement, and it hasn't been very discreet.
So the Saints are moving back to this spread formation. 2 receivers on either side, 1 man in the backfield. That man is Sam Fielden. 3rd and 4 here for the Saints. And Archer just heaves it. Dan Simons, and that looks like an interception.
Yeah.
And that is,
Yep, first down the other way.
and that is an interception for the Mustangs.
Is it number 30?
It certainly is. Stuart Dunlop there, grabbing that ball in there.
Hey, that's both guys with the ball. That's ours.
Well, actually,
Our ball when it's contested.
Not going to change their minds. We can't. Coach.
That's contested catch.
Stuart Dunlop there with preventing a big play there for the Oxford Saints. But again, like, considering the Saints' offense in the first half, I still, like, as much as it was an interception, this is still a win. Like, the Saints are still...
Well, this is safety territory here. Right.
And you can see that by the way that they are stacked. The Saints are stacking
the
this
box
box.
is stacked. They got it!
And that looks like a safety for the Saints. And there's some more points on the board for the Saints.
This game's getting awesome. This opening,
The-
5 minutes? For the
The
third quarter?
Saints have come out. The Saints have come out this second half absolutely rolling. I don't know what has happened in that half time. Like, there have been some words, inspirational words.
I think do you know what? I think you nailed it, Nate, when you said they're solar powered.
They're solar powered. The sun
When the
is
sun's
out.
shining,
The sun is out here in Oxford.
Do you know what? It's because they're called the Saints. I just got it. The Saints.
Oh yes, it's a holy revelation here in Oxford as it is now 5-14. The Saints closing in on this, and also, ladies and gentlemen, if it's a safety, might be your first time watching. It's a safety, so the ball goes back to the Saints. The Saints will be on offense again.
Yeah, and you might see like a drop kick or a punt here, depending on what they
You'll
want
see,
to do.
you'll see a drop kick or a punt.
Sorry, picking up the mic from the sideline here. We're right in the mix, where we like to be. Oh, yeah, he is kicking it off the tee.
Adam Hennessy, the kicker for the Mustangs. But if you're the Mustangs offense, you've got to be absolutely chomping to get on the field now, considering what you've seen the Saints have done here.
Let's see what they do. He's got some space. They're going to get good field position. They get just
Dan
shy of...
Simons seems to be the money man here for the Saints.
Yeah.
He seems to be the absolute money man.
And they're around midfield, so I'm going to stay on this camera
That's fine.
next to you.
This is great. The Saints have come out absolutely balling.
Yeah, this is what this game needed. It's a shame they haven't had a touchdown, but they have put up points on well, I suppose they failed on the drive because there was a turnover, but immediately then scored
But
the
this
safety.
game is now in reach of the Saints.
Yeah, of course.
A man in motion.
Fumble!
And a fumble,
And he
but
dives
it is
straight on it.
recovered. Let's have a look at that again. Saints have recovered it. Like, there seems to be just little mistakes here from the Saints, but again, this is the second game that they've played in this sort of pre-season realm. Back to this spread formation. 2 receivers on either side, man in the backfield. 95 just gets through there.
Oh.
95 there for the Mustangs.
Do you know, if the Saints get this pass game going, you know, even at like 60, 70%, you know, catches,
100%.
that look, they'll turn this game around. I think the smaller squad, and I know they're forces men, but I think the smaller squad of the Royal Air Force are maybe starting to show signs of tiredness, and the larger squad of the Oxford Saints is sort of capitalising on that.
100%. Oh no, I'll change that. It wasn't number 95, that's number 45 for the Mustangs there. Oliver Pope. 2 on one side here. Swallowed up there by number 58, Curtis Colhoun. You know, the boys at the Stags love Colhoun. Steve, radio me when you've switched it, because it's just you. Radio me when you've switched it. No, I know, but it's just you walking down there now. Yeah, no, but it looks shit. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying radio me when you're down there, you muppet. And there's a big punt here. And Lewis Truman, one of the most revered players on this RAF Mustangs squad, gets it to the halfway point. Mustangs are going to that's basically 50. 49.5 is where they are. Thank you. Here we go. Stewart in shotgun. 1 man back. Stewart's going to try flinging the ball. And number 25, Simon Privet for the Saints, making sure that ball does not end up in the hands of the Mustangs in great field position, and it's 2nd and 10. Gonna be interesting here, I think. The Mustangs need to get some offensive momentum going, because you don't want to put the ball back into the hands of this Saints offense that is just gathering momentum. You don't want to put that ball back in their hands without putting some points on the board first. That's huge. Ben Jones there. Ben Jones getting the sack. They're putting them back there. This is not what the RAF Mustangs want. Mike Flannelly with the ball there at running back. Mustangs walk back not too much. 3rd and 14 it seems to be for the Mustangs here. They're going to need something big here, but again, The one thing I'll be worried about here is putting this ball back into the hands of the Oxford Saints offence. Stewart's going to throw. Goes nowhere, and it looks like the Saints are about to get the ball back. Gonna wait for. Let's check to see if Hennessy comes back on here, because that's the. Yeah, Hennessy's moving back. This ball is going back to the Oxford Saints offence. And it'll be interesting to see if they can keep the train rolling, considering that they started the second half with 0 points. They now have 5 points after a field goal and then a safety. Here we go now. In the hands of Hennessy. Beautiful ball. Through the hands. And the Mustangs there tried to prevent that ball from going into the end zone, forcing the touchback, but they can't manage to do it. And Oxford will start on Is this an 80-yard field? Oh, they do start on the 25. So they're starting on the 20-yard line. Again, going back to that spread formation, this is the formation that has given them the most offense, or the most yardage. Archer has the ball, low snap. Archer is going to Simon, and it's picked off. And it's picked off by the Mustangs. Let's have another look at that. And just like that, the Mustangs' field position has got so much better. Number 30, Stuart Dunlop, again making these big plays. The thing is, like, with that whole sort of series of events of punting the ball and then the interception, the Mustangs have only gained maybe 18 yards. Trips on the right for the RAF Mustangs. Stewart doesn't know where to go. He runs up the middle and gets swamped. There. Didn't seem to be any eligible receivers. Everyone's covered right up the middle. Barry telling us that it's 14-0 to the Yorkshire Rams in their game against the Army. 2-minute warning. Barry's that in the... it must be in the first half, because they start an hour, half an hour later. Unless there's been some clock management issues. But I imagine that is the case, so don't listen to me. Second and 10. Trips on the left now for the Mustangs. Stewart's looking. No, he handed the ball off. He handed the ball off, but again, not much yardage here from the Mustangs. The offense for the Saints has come out with a bit more intensity, but you know, if you throw an interception, if you're the Mustangs offense, you want to put some points on the board. Like, this is very much a showcase game for them. You know, speaking to Warren Smart earlier, like this, it really is just to show, you know, the Tri-Sport Committee within the Army, Navy, and the RAF that there is something here for an RAF British American football side. Stewart has the ball. He's looking downfield. Calls for late hit on the QB. Nothing coming. I don't see any yellow laundry on the field. Going to be interesting to see what they do here. They are in Saints territory, but again, not. They're on the 34. I'm going to say. And they're not punting. They're not punting. Sorry, I saw Henderson on the field because he is a receiver. But it's 4th down here. Stewart gets the ball. Stewart, he rolls to the right. He throws it. And that's caught by Hennessy. And because of the angle, I'm going to have to wait to see if it's a first down. It looks like it is. It looks like it is on the old camera. And it certainly is. That's big for the Mustangs. A 4th down conversion is, you know, it's good, but you don't really want to be in that situation. You don't want to be in that situation where you have to convert 4th downs. You want to convert like on the first. What was that, bud? Clock running. 1:36 left in the quarter. Mustangs want to put this ball game away from them. A handoff there doesn't go anywhere, just immediately swallowed up. Just immediately swallowed up. Second, though, even though it was swallowed up, doesn't look like a loss of yards. Potentially a little tiny loss of yards, but nothing that's, you know, disgusting. Trips on the left, Stewart in the shotgun, Hennessy on the right, and a roll left from Stewart. He's looking for someone, and it doesn't look like he's going to get someone. And that is going to be a loss of maybe 2 yards. 24 seconds left in the quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 12, I'm going to say, for the RAF Mustangs. But they are close. Wouldn't surprise me if, you know, maybe a field goal unit's brought out. Hennessy can maybe punch it through. But they're going to give String on that. It's going to look like this is the end of the quarter. We're going to see what the referees are deliberating. We found out in Loughborough that a gathering of zebras is a magic of zebras. Bit weird. You know, like a gaggle of geese. Let's see here. If we watch a referee walk to the other side of the pitch, then I'm fairly certain that I can ascertain that this is going to be not end of the quarter yet. Here we go now. Trips on the right. Man in the backfield. And it's a reverse. Say number 30, that's looking like. But there is a flag on the pitch. Let's see what this flag is, and let's see if this is going to push back that big run for the Mustangs. It certainly looks like it. So there we go, and that is holding number 67 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. What was that last bit? Repeat. 12 seconds left on the clock. There we go. It's hopefully that's back up for everyone. And it looks like there's going to be a pass interference call. there. Hopefully you guys didn't miss too much. Hopefully you guys didn't miss too much. It's all good on my screen. Let me see what it's saying now. Well, can you see it? Is it back, ladies and gentlemen? What you may have missed is a pass interference call on the Oxford Saints, potentially. We'll see what is being said. Don't click that link. That's not true. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be. Yeah, all good. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you for letting me know it's back on. So what you missed was a DPI call, defensive pass interference. That's a 15-yard penalty for the Oxford Saints, which is going to result in a first down for the RAF Mustangs potentially in the red zone. We're going to see where they line up when the refs get to stepping. Big game here, ladies and gentlemen. RAF looking to prove that tri-sport commission. Get some lids and helmets, because ladies and gentlemen, that's why you might be wondering why why the Mustangs wearing the Wembley Stallions kit. Well, because Warren Smart, head coach of the RAF Mustangs, owner of the Wembley Stallions. That would be why. That would be why. But obviously Warren Smart, lovely talking to him. Lovely talking to him before the game. Here we go on the 15-yard line of the Saints. Stewart runs out. Let's look back at that spectacular catch. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look back on it. Let's have a gander. Because this is going to set the Mustangs up very, very, very nicely. Let's have a look. Is he going to stand? And that is a touchdown for the Mustangs. Because of this wall of people, I couldn't see. So let's add some points on the board. This is exactly what the Mustangs needed. Beautiful path connection there. The ball, the game might be getting away from the Saints now. It might be getting away from the Saints. 21-5, with potentially only 1 quarter of football remaining. And the kick is good, making it 21-5 for the RAF Mustangs. It's big, getting big. This is why I should pay attention to the screen and not what's going on in real life. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because I should have celebrated that more. Because that was number 5. That was Truman. The MVP of the Scunthorpe Alphas. As he made sure to make sure that I know. Made sure to make sure. And that marks the first offensive touchdown for the Mustangs. And it's looking like that has coincided with the end of the quarter. As the Saints now have 1 quarter to make up this score. And considering the offensive success they've had, you know, if you discount the interceptions, there has been something cooking here. That's 2, yeah? Steve, what do you think about that touchdown?
Do you mean the PI call or the actual touchdown
No,
play?
the actual touchdown.
It's a good play. Why did it look like it was dubious?
Don't run into. There is a flag on the play, popped out just in front of us.
Yeah, because the ball's gone. The ball's come out of bounds on a kickoff. That is illegal.
That is illegal.
So they'll either re-kick or they'll take it around the 30 or 35. Let's see.
I don't know who to give this ball to. This is a ball near me, and I don't like it. It's only when I play football. That's when it's fine.
So it sounds like from the Oxford head coach, he's shouting for them to kick it again. So the ball gets marched back 10 yards and then re-kicked.
That lone wolf go. Really cool the RAF have a team together. Army and Navy should put one together too. I'm not sure if you're doing a dig there at the Army.
Oh, hopefully we'll be streaming the Inter-Services Cup, which is coming up.
Oh, very interesting.
So later this year. Yeah, we're still talking to everyone. It looks like it's going to happen. So it's just for us, there's one of the games that are being played up north. So you and I have got a field trip.
Oh, get in.
Yeah. So
Time for me to be
that'll
DJ.
be cool to cover all three of those games. Between Army, Navy, and Air Force. And obviously there's a cup to be, bragging rights to be playing for.
That's a good ball. It's got some good spin on it. Through the hands of Dan Simons. Dan Simons, who has been like the stalwart of the offence of the Oxford Saints. But hopefully we got that ball was spinning, absolutely spinning. Trips on the right, Fielding in the backfield. Archer, under shotgun, gets the ball in his hands. Big rush. There were three people pressuring, got basically straight through. Let's have another look at that. Three people got through there for the Mustangs. And that short pass edge didn't. Well, hopefully the RAF team is permanent, considering they've got the Inter-Services Cup happening later this year. What's going to be interesting to see is, are there going to be any more games against league sides? Because, as we've noted on this broadcast already, oh my lord! Let's have another look at that. Oh,
Who was that, Dre again, the intended receiver?
Dre K's intended receiver broken up. Just well done defensive football. Yes, Jackson, Army are playing a game. They're playing the Yorkshire Rams. And as I've been aware, obviously I'm down south here in Oxford, the Army are yet to score against the Rams. 14-0 from Aaron Summerhays there. Short pass there to Fielding. He makes a good yardage. And that is a first down.
Great effort.
For
Great effort there from Fielding.
What was that? You see a flag?
No, I was just saying that the effort there at the end to get those last 2-3 yards, that was brilliant. He could have easily
just a great bit.
Oh, are they giving him? It looks like he was out of bounds. Shame.
It looks like he was out of bounds with only a yard left.
But they're going
Given
for
it is the fourth quarter, it wouldn't surprise me if we see the Saints go for this. And that looks like exactly what's happening as the QB is still on the field. Arch still on the field. And it's a run from Fielden.
He should have got that look. Yeah, they're signalling. So really nicely picked up. I think this is a tough one because you want Oxford Saints to put the points on the board here. Obviously to keep it nice and competitive. I'm quite unbiased, but I don't think they've got it in them to drive 70 yards down the field. I think the territory that they're in here is a bit too much for them. I think they might get another couple of first downs at best. They haven't shown that they're able to drive down the field really well.
Well, the thing is that we've seen from this game that the Saints do love a good throw, and all it takes is one blown coverage and the game, and it's a touchdown. Oh! Basically, almost like that.
Did he not catch it? He didn't keep hold of it.
Basically, almost like that.
That would have been a blown coverage had the DB not been able to jump up and just tip it. Like he was 2-3 yards away from the receiver, but he still managed to get his hands on it and interfere the play. So great recovering play there from the DB.
Like, this is normally in Britball, you have to look around and say, okay, who are the genuine star athletes on any given squad? And I think that's fair to say. But then when you look at the RAF team, you've just got to assume that they're all very well drilled. Let's have a look here.
Cool.
Let's have another gander at that. See, this is exactly what I was saying. It only takes one big heave. It only takes one big heave, and the game is all flipped. Let's see if we can get Steve down the other end. Let's have a look at that. But that was number 7, Reese Chesser, who managed to snag that ball out of the air and put the Oxford Saints very nice, maybe at the 37, inside Mustangs territory. Short pass there. Drake Hayes is the hands. It's maybe the third or fourth time this game that that the ball just hasn't managed to connect. Aaron Summerhays giving the great answers. Thank you for communicating that to the people. Again, it's been the tail of the tape here in this game. The RAF Mustangs just are punching through that Saints O-line and getting people in the face of Ben Archer, number 22. To be fair, that lone wolf guy is strange. It is strange to see a QB wearing number 22. I don't know what to make of that. It's not something that I've I'm not worried about it, but it is strange. It is strange. Archer with a big heave. Let's take another look at that big catch. Exactly what the Saints need. I was just worried they went no huddle there, but that's not true. Number 17 there, Miles Nash. Plays for Aberystwyth Taranai. Or at least that's what my sheet tells me. And that's an interception for the Mustangs. That is such a shame. That is such a shame. Let's have another look at that. Straight into the hands. That is such a shame for the Saints. That is such a shame. They were, just as they start cooking, the Mustangs take it. The Mustangs take it away. And don't worry, Aaron Summerhays. We did know Ben Archer was RAF QB, and we have mentioned it. I have been told that both obviously. Well, Stewart's obviously an RAF QB because he plays for the RAF, but Archer is also part of the RAF as well. So don't worry, that is a fun fact that I do have about this game. Another one. Do you want another fun fact? That number 76 for the RAF Mustangs, Ben Harris, has recorded his 100th career sack today. And also, Ben Harris also plays for the Saints. His senior ball team is the Saints. So he will be on the field wearing the white back here at Tilbury Park for the Saints, as it appears that Sam Fielden is down again. But we'll go through. It appears, unless someone will tell me otherwise, it is 14-0 somewhere up north. Yorkshire Rams 14, Army 0 as it stands now. Sort of a flip from this game. Let's talk about some of the RAF Mustangs here. You know, I've been told they've come. Some of them have been drawn from Cyprus, from Italy, and some from Scotland, even to the point where they've had a 10-hour drive down from Scotland to play this game. You know, speaking to their head coach Warren Smart, he told me like the discipline of the RAF Mustangs is a big thing. Exactly. So Aaron Summerhays here we have more players regularly getting around 50 to our training camps. So I was talking to Warren Smart about this, but because of deployment and because people are based all over the world, it's difficult to get. You have to have more players than a regular side, just due to the fact that the RAF staff have got they have things to do. They have things. They have things that they need to do. So like deployment and where they're based. Can lead to you have a training session, but it's not you have a training session 1 week, but it might not be the team that you play with. It might not be the same training session, but they run these independent camps with the players that they've got, where they are, to get the training in, and because they're military men, they're disciplined. It gets done. It gets done. Barry Holsworth telling me it is 22-0 to the Rams over the Army at halftime, as the laundry flies for a second time. As the Mustangs are pushed back. It's going to be interesting to see where this RAF team goes next. I'd love to cover more of their games, because this has been truly interesting. But also, this is a big test. Howarth, sorry, I thought there was no one there. Sorry, Barry. I'll just call you Barry. I don't know why I'm attempting to do. If anyone's watched any of my other streams, you know that it's bad. And that looks to be another safety for the Saints. Is that another safety for the Saints confirmed? Your camera? Yeah. Oh. Your camera, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm that is another safety for the Saints, bringing this game to 7-21. And I'll tell you what, 8 minutes 40 seconds remaining is what we're told. I'll tell you what, the Saints have done maybe the strangest path to 7 points that I've seen. A field goal and 2 safeties. Is there a reason why the RAF have got mixed helmets? From what I can tell, it's white on white with a maroon stripe. See, Aaron Summerhays, thank you for letting us know about that, because we were thinking that was the official helmet, but just due to kit and kit basically being loaned by the Wembley Stallions, that's just the kit that they had. So civilian team helmets being the Wembley Stallions, that's why you'll see the red, and that's why you could very well see, if we get close enough, you'll see the Wembley Stallions logo on the side of the helmet. Same with the black helmets you see. But thank you for clearing that up, Aaron. We thought that maroon stripe would be the standard helmet. Obviously, this is what the RAF's fighting for. They're fighting for some recognition, trying to get some trying to get some kit of their own. And if you see what the Army and Navy US college teams wear, well, some of the spiciest kits ever made, as far as I'm concerned. Saints start are basically halfway across the field. Archer in the backfield again. A handoff there just didn't make sense. Absolutely swallowed up. See, you see what's happening is that the sun has gone back in. So the solar powered Oxford Saints don't seem to have the energy, but you say that. Archer throws it again. This time to Chesser. Chesser's. I tell you what. These Oxford boys, they fight for every single yard. They fight for every single yard. They fight for every single yard. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Reece Chesser is down. Yeah, Jackson's asking all the right questions. Aaron, when will we see the RAF Mustangs next? The only one we've got on the schedule is the Inter-Services Cup towards the end of the year, but you know, as the senior ball season rolls around and the uni ball season comes to an end, you know, reach out to Sport Tank. We'll stream your games. As far as I'm concerned, the Army unis are red and with white shoulders, red helmets. Same change as Kansas City. There you go. So it very well could be the next time you see the RAF could be in the Inter-Services Cup, where obviously Army, Navy, and the RAF. Considering you've got to look at the score lines here for the Army, you know, can they pull it back at half time against the Yorkshire Rams? Or is this going to be a proud day for the first game of the RAF Mustangs? The first ever game between a Forces and a senior ball side ever, by half an hour. But it's still the first, and that's what matters. No, thank you, Nicky. I didn't know that. I didn't know that one of the refs was also from the RAF. it's an indelible impact the armed forces has on American football in this country. You know, like I can say that in my sort of coaching, in my uni ball career, you know, being based in Lincoln where they do have, you know, some armed forces presence with the amount of what are they called? Not barracks, but you know what I mean. That there will be coaches there. You know, luckily I've been coached by number 76 for the RAF Mustangs, Ben Harris, who is also one of the Oxford Saints. Well, no, he's not also one of the Oxford Saints, but Oxford Saints is his senior ball team. I'll make that one. Right, ladies and gentlemen, as Reese Chester is still down, we're going to take a brief intermission. Oh, here we go. No, he is up, and he's walking off the field under the power of two Saints. Here we are. As it looks like play is resuming. That lone wolf guy. He's only used on London potentially getting ELF teams. I know there's rumours of the Monarchs. From what we can tell, here we go. This is perfect. Inter-services will be for the William Steely VC Trophy. See, that's what. Aaron, I tell you what, when the Inter-services Cup runs around, if you're not playing, there's a spot for you in the booth. There's a spot for you in the booth. Is there any rumours? There's always rumours, like, of the UK getting an ELF team. And Archer gets the ball out to number 36. He's got some space, but he's running laterally. Just good work there from the Mustangs to sort of get number 36 down. Martin Fitzpatrick getting him down. It's all about that north-south. That's fine, Aaron. Well, you can come and have an interview, and I can thank you in person for providing me with finding not just me, but the rest of the people watching with knowledge of the RAF team. Yeah, there's always rumours of it. Nothing concrete as of yet. I've heard other rumours about different places within the UK. So Oxford have taken a time out there. More than likely they're going to be going for it. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, Aaron, this might be a good question for you. Obviously, Army's playing today. The RAF is playing today. What is have you heard anything about the Navy side? I'd be interested to see, just see obviously with Army and Navy playing today. Not Army and Navy, Army and RAF playing today. It's 4th and 9 here. Archer just slings it, and there's another interception there. Picked off again. Let's just watch it back. And, you know, I don't think that this is out of the realm of possibility to say that I think this game very well might be over. Right, let's jump. I'm going to quickly depart for about 2 minutes. Just need to sort something out.
So Teb's gone. I think he probably told you that. I wasn't on audio then, but you're with me for a few minutes. So what, we first and 10 here. Air Force hand it off. Looks like it's been nicely covered by the Saints defence, and yeah, it looks like all for nothing that. So second down. Oh, looks like they might have crept slightly forward, just waiting for the. Oh no, they've gone backwards. So lost yardage on that play. I can see a deep, well, as we're looking at it, left side passer here. We'll see what happens, but it'd be good to see the Air Force air it out here, but they've got a lot of space. Yeah, he's rolling out to the right, QB's arm, as in the QB's throwing arm side, sorry. But they didn't actually throw it, so he went out of bounds. But it makes sense, right? So the left side as we look at it, but the right side of the QB, that you would exploit that. Get the QB on his throwing arm. But the Saints are obviously savvy to it. And that brings up 3rd and 11. Ball is on the, so it's the Royal Air Force's side of the pitch, probably around the 40-yard line. And it's handoff in the backfield, swallowed up straight away. Oxford's D-line has been pretty decent actually, stopping a lot of stuff, but it's now 4th down. It looks like the punt team are coming on. So yeah, they were only good enough to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th and 10. Ball is snapped, but there's a flag immediately from the ref at the back. Can't see him, so I can't see what he's doing. We don't have a mic'd up ref this time. He quoted loads of a couple of regulations at me and said, I can't have a mic, you're not supposed to be streaming. So yeah, I'll have to deal with that with Bafford Direct. Very weird, especially for an exhibition game, for a ref to refuse to wear a mic, but we'll deal with it. Ball snapped over the head of the punter, and this is going to be great for Oxford. Ball is out, and it looks got to be a touchdown. It's got to be a touchdown. Oh, sorry, I've zoomed in while I was talking. Yeah, touchdown!
Touchdown for who? I've just got
my
back.
God. Hey, Tabs, I'll leave it to you, mate.
What happened?
So
just got
very,
back.
very high snap. Try and do a replay. It might be too late. Very high snap over the punter's head. Ball was, yeah, it's a touchdown. Very high snap over the
For Oxford.
Oxford.
Yes.
Yeah, Oxford have scored a touchdown. Right, I'm going to go to the other camera.
This game's not actually out of reach for Oxford now.
No. Right, I'll leave you to it.
I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. If you want the truth, I needed to pop to the loo. And I missed Oxford touchdown. How unprofessional is that? How unprofessional is that? That's quite mad. Let's see if they can make this 14. It's looking like they can't. Looks like the snap was low there. Just couldn't get the foot on it. That stays at 13 to 21. If Oxford get a TD, to 2 point, then, you know, it's a tie game. So number 7, we can see that he doesn't look like he's going to be coming back on the field. He's taken his kit off. We'll try and get some more information going forward, but it doesn't look like he's going to be returning to the game. Given that Oxford have done an onside previously and it worked, and they set it up very much in the same vein as they... I'm trying to switch the camera. There we go. No problem, Chris. I was wondering what was happening with that camera. Given that Oxford set up that onside kick last time by taking quite a long time in the huddle, very much the same this time. You can see that... Nope. Fair enough to Oxford. Oh my lord, Lewis Truman just running through people, breaking tackles. He keeps going. He keeps it going. Lewis Truman basically running the entire length of the field, getting that ball, maybe at the 20-yard line. Maybe getting the ball on the 20-yard line. The Saints 20-yard line. Oh, sorry, the Mustangs 20-yard line, to run it all the way back to the 20-yard line. The momentum swung yet again. Lewis Truman seems to be exactly what I was told about. He seems to be like, he's that game changer. No wonder he was the offensive MVP for the Scunthorpe Alphas.
Here's the INT we won. Matthias! Let's go. Let's get this INT.
And there is now a flag on the Mustangs.
Must be a delay of game.
And there's a delay of game on the Mustangs. That puts them back. Puts them back 5 yards.
Come on now.
A 1st and 15. Stewart motioning a man. And swallowed up there by the Saints D-line. Absolutely swallowed up. Seb Haley. Loss of yards, potentially looking like a 2nd and 17, I'm going to say, for the Mustangs here. Mustangs are 8 points up in Q4. No one, they wouldn't surprise me if this is a run. It wouldn't surprise me if it's runs again. As Aaron Summerhays tells me that the Yorkshire Rams have scored again on Army. Yeah, it's going to be another run. They're going to look to kill the clock out here. But just swallowed up. Number 22. Luke Truman. 29-0 in that Yorkshire Rams versus the Army game to the Rams. Well, we can definitely say the Mustangs are having a better day out than the Army.
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, I'm not a mic. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Sorry, my mic's on this camera.
Right, this is 3rd and 20 now for the RAF Mustangs. It's going to be interesting. Do they just continue to run the clock out? And it's another delay of game, it looks like.
Does the clock stop on a delay of game? It stops on a penalty, doesn't it? So yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So what they're just going to run the clock out, delay of game,
it doesn't help. Stop the
But,
clock.
but it seems to me that the Rams are just, you know, sorry, not the Rams. The Mustangs are just going to try and bleed this clock out as much as possible.
Do you reckon they run it? Do you reckon they run it here? To the clock
I
keeps
reckon that they run it here.
running? 3rd and 25 or something. Yeah.
And
2-minute warning.
It's the 2-minute warning. You know, this game is not out of the hands of the Saints yet.
So you're gonna have to lip read the ref as he refused to wear a mic. Just to make that clear.
2-minute warning. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's all factual evidence.
Factual evidence.
Factual facts.
I will be sending a lukewarm worded email to the president of BAFRA.
Okay. And it is going to be a pass now. Very bold strategy here from the Mustangs.
It's just about it's clock management. That wasn't a good football play, but that was a good clock management play, right?
100%. 100% it's a good clock management. But
An incomplete pass.
And there we go.
So you just saw right there what we're looking at on the screen here. The Oxford Saints had to now call a timeout.
What is surprising? Like, I feel like they may have burnt a few seconds there in calling the timeout itself.
Yeah.
You know, in the 2-minute warning, every play counts.
Yeah.
And the Mustangs, like the Mustangs aren't going to go for it. Like, don't get that in your head that there's a possibility that they will. But, you know, they're on the 30-yard line. It's whether or not they go for a field goal or not. Because realistically, if they go for a field goal,
That's a 40-yard field goal.
I don't know.
Well,
Well,
42,
that's it.
45.
But here's the thing, though. I don't know what the kicker's like for the Mustangs. Does he think he can level it? You know, the wind's there's a light.
No,
wind
the wind's blowing in the wrong direction for it anyway.
but the sun is out, which means this is Saints ball.
No, the sun is only good for the Saints.
So
The sun
blinds.
blinds the RAF. They don't like the sun.
It's going to be interesting what they pull out. Is it going to be a punt? Oh no, they're going for it. No,
Yeah,
no,
I
they're
think
going.
that makes
Apparently
sense.
I'm an idiot. I said that they would never go for it, but they are going for
Yeah,
it.
I think it makes sense. I don't think it should be a pass, but that's cool. Because
That's a very interesting play.
An incomplete pass stops the clock. Why would you do that? You should let the clock run at the end of the 4th down by having a run attempt.
No, because it's a 4th down. It flips back over. The clock stops anyway. So I would have run it so at least I could get some positive, at least some positive yardage in the direction going opposite the Saints.
Yeah, you're right. But we both, I got it wrong, but it was the same thing that we were advising.
Are we going
Run.
to be streaming the Div 2 final? Whoa. Hopefully.
Which one?
In the South one, you mean? Then perhaps. And there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This game is
number 30 again.
number 30. Stuart Dunlop.
He's had a fantastic game.
He's had an absolute game. Let's watch this replay back. And another pick 6 for the man.
That means if that's the last score of this game, that means they open and close their score with defensive scoring.
Yes.
The Royal Air Force.
And here we go as the RAF Mustangs get ready for the kick. Adam Hennessy looking to boot it through. Barely gets it through, but he gets it through.
It's all good.
So we're going to be doing the Div 2 final. Hopefully. We're in talks. The Div 2 South final.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a conversation with the Killer Bees.
Yeah, I would say it's 95% certain. Like, we are very likely to
Yeah.
live stream it.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear a stat that I've been told by Aaron Summerhays, who is on the RAF team, but he's currently in Italy? Do you want to hear a stat, Steve, right now?
Not really.
Apparently, this is Stuart Dunlop's first game.
Nah. Whatever.
Apparently so. Two
Nah.
pick sixes and 2 ins.
Uh,
That's what I'm being told.
Nah.
And somehow, Aaron Summerhays has not spelled me wrong so far.
wow. That's very
Is that
impressive.
his first game ever or first game for the Mustangs, Aaron?
Yeah, he
That's
looks
what I need
as
to
a
know.
player that's experienced, so I'm really impressed if this is his green rookie first day.
What a ball.
Let's go, Dre!
Anyway,
Dre
kick off
Hayes
here.
there with the return.
Oh, he's looking for a seam.
He's
He's bounced out.
He's got a good edge.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently it's his first game ever. Mad.
wow.
I can't
What,
believe
just
that.
first game ever in the UK?
No. No, first game ever.
Wow.
Might have to go and have a word with him after this.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who we can interview after. Warren said he's up for it. I'm sure we can get.
We'll get Warren.
Get a
I want to
couple
go
of
and get.
players.
I want to go and get Ben Harris.
Yeah. We'll get the white cap. Ask him why he didn't want to be mic'd up.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Oh, that was a false start. No flag there. But I thought the on the far side, slot receiver looked like he went before the ball moved. But
Luke asking all the right questions. It is. Are you telling me Donny Mustangs?
Doncaster Mustangs.
Oh, Stallions. Sorry. No. Someone just asked, is Dunlop signed for a senior team? And someone put Mustangs. I went, what, like Donny Mustangs? But
Ah.
even though the Stallions, he's signed for the Stallions. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. An Archer with a ball.
Ah.
Oh.
Sorry, everyone's in our way. We don't get all the angles
No.
on the near side.
Sometimes
Sorry about
we need a
that.
bigger crew. You wanna be a cameraman for Sports Tank? Well,
Yeah.
put your name in the comments. No, don't message us. Don't put your name in the comments.
Yeah, we could do with a couple of extra people on
Uh,
game day for these live streams.
So, gentlemen, it's a big week. It's a big week for Uniball as it's the last week of the regular season. Tuesday, Loughborough versus
Big Wednesday.
What?
Big Wednesday. On
Big
Tuesday.
Wednesday, starting on Tuesday.
Look at that.
It is
the Saints
Loughborough
logo on the ball.
versus Portsmouth in the Div 1 final, and Nottingham Gold versus the UWE Bullets.
Both going to be class games. Oh wow, really nicely taken there.
Absolutely swallowed up.
Was that number 45?
It seems to me that another player is down for the Saints.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Okay, I'll zoom away.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, next Sunday caps off the Uniball, the 2022-23 Uniball season with the Liverpool Raptors versus the Leicester Longhorns in the Div 2 North final. And in the Div 2 South final, the Reading Knights versus the Bath Killer Bees. Hopefully, we will be at Bath. I won't be at Bath because my work will fundamentally not give me the day off. I have asked for the day off multiple times. They will not give it to me. Let's go to this Saints punt here.
Oh, it's punt. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong players. Has he muffed that a bit?
Yes, it is. And ladies and gentlemen, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the game. The RAF Mustangs win their first ever game 28-13 over the Oxford Saints. 28-13 over the Oxford Saints. This game has been an absolute tale of defences. No, thank you, Angela, for coming out. We are going to try and get some of the players from the RAF Mustangs, have a quick chat, talk to them about what, their first game, some of their first games ever. I want to have a word with with Stuart Dunlop. Is this his first game? I can't believe it. But we're going to have a talk to him. I'm going to talk to my former coach in Ben Harris. But obviously we are going to wait around for the teams to do their post-game handshakes, to do their 3 cheers, and then we will go and have a communication with some of the RAF guys. But what a tale, a defensive tale. First drive of the game, a blocked punt for the RAF Mustangs, taking it into the end zone, and then a pick 6. And it was looking a bit sketchy for a minute for the Oxford Saints. However, they came back in at the second half, getting a field goal, getting 2 safeties to make it up to 7 points in the hardest way to get 7 points in football. They managed to do it, and then a high snap touchdown for the Saints, capped off with another pick 6 for who I imagine is going to end up being the MVP of the Mustangs, Stuart Dunlop. But it's a big talk. Hopefully we can also get some words with Lewis Truman. But this is a big result. This is a tough game for the Saints. They're going into their regular season. They will be competing first against the Rushmore Knights. But, you know, this is how you learn in football, ladies and gentlemen, with tough matches like this. And, like, the Saints have proved they can come back from adversity. Not giving up in that second half. Coming back and being electric. But we here at Sport Tank want to thank Oxford for having us, and also the RAF Mustangs for having us as well. Truly fantastic. It's a good, again, this you're making history. This is good. This is a good start for, not start, but this is, you know, good for everyone here in British football, especially with the forces. Be interesting to see how that Army versus Rams game shapes up. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, thank you very much, guys, for all the thanks and support. Hopefully, if you're interested, we will see you next week, sort of right back here, probably around the same time, for hopefully.
We're not doing any interviews.
Yeah. I'm just saying thank you now.
You're like signing off.
No, I'm saying thank you now. It's just I'm going to wait for everyone to do their thing first. But I've just sort of got a vamp for a bit while everyone sort of does their business. But yeah, but thank you very much. But yeah, 38-0 currently for the Rams over the Army. Not looking. I feel bad talking bad on the. What are you doing here? He plays for Gloucestershire. It's not looking good for the Army. I always feel bad. I always feel bad talking bad about the Army.
Oh, this is the RAF, not the Army.
No, but the Army are losing currently.
Oh, are they?
So yeah, who is the worst player on the Gloucestershire Gladiators?
Probably me, to be honest.
No, the answer's me. No, never say that. Who you believe they'll take?
Yeah, I was supposed to go over there because I've got to see how Wilson can play with these guys at the training camp.
Go to the training. This is live, right?
Is it?
This is live.
Oh, hi guys.
Yeah, I'm not just talking into this because it's funny.
Cornerback.
And why didn't you go to All Stars?
All Stars? Oh, because it's my first season playing American.
Wrong. It's because he's too old, just like me. Fix it. All Star Committee. I'm looking at you, Rob Smith. I want to get a jersey. Again, listen, this is just vamping while the RAF Mustangs sort of do their thing and we'll grab some for the interview. So, well, what are your thoughts like the RAF having a team and then also coming out here and beating a Division 1 team?
I mean, it's going to be tough to keep that kind of that squad up because obviously it's a big pool for the RAF to have a team, but because it's so spread out, the guys are giving up so much time to be here, and one of the guys that's playing today came from Cyprus.
I've heard Italy, Cyprus, and Scotland.
Yeah.
Someone's had a 10-hour drive. I remember hearing earlier.
I mean, it just goes. It's a testament to the guys, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And how much they want to represent the RAF, and it's a testament to them. They come here and done the business, really, isn't it?
I will say Mike is in the RAF. So.
Yeah, I am.
He's not just a bystander, ladies and gentlemen. So this is one that I do want to pose to those guys. Obviously, like, you're not in the team yet,
Yeah.
Mike.
I'm technically signed up for, but I didn't do the training camp, so I wasn't able to play.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. So obviously, the Mustangs have won here today, 28-13, and the Army are currently losing 38-0.
Yeah.
Just what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the Army tend to concentrate more on the Army-Navy rugby anyway. So I would say that their American football will probably come on more as the months and years progress.
That makes sense.
Obviously, the RAF rugby is still really big, but I think that there's a lot of people who are interested in this that sort of like may not necessarily be interested in that. So.
That's just how it goes. Same with Uniball as well, ladies and gentlemen. You don't like rugby, come join American football, especially if you are at the University of Gloucestershire. But that's enough of that. That's enough. Right, thank you, Mike. Are they coming over?
Yeah, I just want to know. I'm trying to get the background for you.
It's all a good background here in sunny Oxfordshire. Yeah, someone grab Ben Harris as well.
And one mic to them.
Yes, I know. I've done this before. Ben, you stupid. Why is he walking like he's pooed himself? He's so old. Why is he playing?
I'll do the chairman spiel. These guys can do that playing stuff if you want.
Yeah?
I'll hand over as required.
Ben, mate, I want to go home. Yeah, guys, we are. So you've played your first game and you've won against a very game Div 1 Oxford St side. What are your thoughts now the game's over?
If I just give the chairman sort of perspective, we started this project about 2.5 years ago, and since then we moved from strength to strength. We're incredibly pleased of the performance that we've had today, and there's a couple of thanks that are quite required as well. I mean, the Wembley Stallions organisation has supported us. They've even lent us their jerseys for the day, and without our head coach Warren Smart, we wouldn't be where we are. So we owe him and the organisation of the Wembley Stallions a great deal of thanks. But yeah, I'll pass over to the guys who did most of the good playing and ask them about how today went.
It's a great day, full stop. Like, I think the offense side, we owe it all to the D. As you've seen today, like the defense performance is ridiculous. Offense found their stride. O-line, to say it's like a put together O-line in a matter of a week's training camp, they're a hell of a job. And it just feels good to kind of like get out there, put points on that board, and like you say, an established Div 1 side, and play that well, and that can put that many points down is just the beginning. Happy.
Especially for you, Lewis. Like, when we were on stream, we had lots of comments about you. What does it mean to you to have that support, especially when considering it's an RAF side, probably from overseas. We had a few people watching from Italy. Like, what does it mean to sort of have that sort of international, not appeal, but like international fans watching you from so far away?
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. Like, I think that's the best thing about the fact that it's an accumulation of players from all around Britain. Obviously, wherever you're based in the RAF means you've got teams from like Highland Stags all the way down to like Cornwall and Plymouth, because we're spread across the country. And with the RAF being the RAF and military service, we're obviously going to get like that, like for some people, that level of respect, and then tying it in with the sport. It's just a beautiful combination. Like with, I know like most of those comments will be the Alphas lads, so shout out to the Scunthorpe Alphas. Let's make Div 1 great again. Hey. So yeah, it's excellent. It's only growing as well. We're only getting bigger. And as a recruitment push, get down here, get to trainings. Like, we need more players. Happy.
So, moving on to good old Ben. So, obviously, big day for RAF. 100th sack. I had to bring it up.
Thank you.
Like,
yeah. It's. I mean, I've been playing for 17 years now, and it's the first time I've been a part of something like this. I do a bit with the ceiling